Bam.
Boom bam, bop boom bam.
Yeah.
Today,
Today.
welcome.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
Roll this in.
The Heat Academy podcast, episode 7. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that is pertinent, timely.
Very important.
Yes. It involves the world.
The world. Today, we are talking about the top 5 shoes to wear to World War III.
With the air horns is crazy. And the gunshots, right? If we could have like a sound of a B-2 bomber flying over.
That's what it sounds like.
Boom.
That's our tax dollars.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, have you ever seen the meme where it's like Israel and they're shooting bombs towards Iran, and then it's Iran shooting bombs towards Israel, and it says my tax dollars and also my tax dollars?
Somehow, yeah. Well, I think we get right into this one, I guess, because I don't want to sit for too long
For sure.
and start getting into political smidical stuff because I don't know. So look, I'm gonna let you go first.
Man, we're here for a good time, not a long time.
Way up, I feel blessed.
Whenever you hit me up with this topic, number one, I thought it was hilarious.
Wait, you throwing it on me?
Yeah, I just did, man. That's crazy.
I mean, it was, whatever. I'll take the blame for it.
I thought it was smart.
Yeah.
I thought it was timely. And immediately I thought, okay, what's my list? And then I had this conundrum.
Okay.
Where it's like I could make a serious list where I'm talking like super utilitarian, super tactical, getting into the bag of the things that you would actually use.
Okay.
But that's not what I did.
Okay.
I kind of went the opposite direction.
All I have over here is your pictures of your shoes, and I'm dying to know why.
Yes.
I feel like I threaded the needle a little bit here and there, like went tactical, but then went some things not as tactical, I guess. Definitely more tactical than what you lean. So this is the banger right here. Let's just throw it up on the screen, and I want you to tell me what in the world exactly are you thinking here?
The first shoe, you already know what time it is when someone got these joints on.
Oh yeah.
Like they're not playing around. This is to let the enemy know, like it's on.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You done started some stuff and you're about to find out about some stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And look, I mean, what if I have to do like some kind of night assassin type stuff? I don't want reflective. I don't want 3M on it.
Yeah, you on that Black Air Force energy. Or what if you got to be in the kitchen, cooking? Because this is like the ultimate kitchen shoe for
sure.
For all my service industry people. Like you want something on that you can still look all right in and still serve it up. This is the one.
Dude, you can serve the kills and you can serve the soup if you got to.
If you got to do some wet work, is what you're saying?
Hey.
Now, what about the Kevlar or carbon fiber ones that came out recently?
That would probably be like a more appropriate to the situation, because we saw it at a Politics grand opening. I think they had the Kevlar joints.
Yeah.
Which would be actually a really good option. I didn't even think of that, but I thought, if I need 5 pairs of shoes for World War III, the first shoe that I'm grabbing, Black Air Force Ones, lets everybody know that we mean business. And then if we got to go and do some dirty work, it's done. If we got to go in the kitchen and chop something up and serve something up, we can do it too. Multi-purpose.
I need 2 purse, big boy. Let me get this out of here. All right, so I guess.
Are you going to go with one of yours, or are we just going to go through my list?
Let me go with one of mine.
Okay.
I kind of got a similar idea here, and I'm gonna throw it up on the screen. Theoretically, I'm gonna get this out of here.
I completely expect you to have a more serious list than mine.
I mean, look. Let's find out right now.
Okay.
We in the same vein? We in the same vein? We in the same vein?
Yes, sir.
We here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is a man. I used to see this shoe, not this one particular. at Marshalls all the time
Okay.
when I used to go in. This is, and I had to even look up what it's called because I just called it the canvas ones with the strap and the whatever. But this is the Nike SF Air Force One High in Club Gold.
Yeah.
Now you notice I had to go with the tan colorway, the
Okay.
sand. You know,
Smart.
this is the point of contingency I ended up with.
Yeah.
You know, where is World War III happening? Is it happening over
Yeah.
there or is it happening over here? So I was like
Yeah.
split. Like, do I go woodland camo? Do I go digital camo? Like, what am I doing? So I landed on this one. You know,
That's smart.
and I figured, you know, what better way to do it? You've got the double straps, you got paracord in case, you tie, you need to tie like a little snare or something like that.
Yeah.
You need to have the buckles. I don't know how practical it would be, but it looks like the boots that they wear in the Air Force and the military, all the army, all the other things. So
Yeah.
this is where my mind was here.
That's fire, dude.
Yeah.
When that shoe dropped, like the first two, at least the first two colorways resold.
Oh, really?
And I flipped like the first two colorways.
Yeah.
Like people, like before they became like really available and they had multiple colors, these shoes flipped the first couple colorways anyway.
Yeah, these are interesting. I used to see the black and yellow pair all the time, at Marshalls and whatever TJ Maxx and stuff like that.
Dude, the box is super big.
Large,
Yeah.
very large, very large. You got a classic right here, so I'm just gonna throw it up on the screen because this
do it,
is one of my favorite shoes of recent history.
Yeah. So my thought process was that with this was I need comfort. And then also this is the shoe that I'm going to wear
Okay.
whenever I go into the enemy's territory
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to discuss a peace treaty as a diplomat.
Okay.
Now, I expect to have
Oh.
diplomatic immunity.
Okay.
You see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Because the red, white, and blue.
Because the red, white, and blue, bro.
I see.
So I'm going to be cozy boys.
Yeah.
The black upper lends to professionalism,
Mhm.
but I'm letting you know it's still red, white, and blue, bro.
Red, white, and blue. You know.
And I'm going to be comfortable.
Oh, absolutely. This shoe. Remember when people were saying like Boost is dead, Boost is dead, Boost is dead?
Yeah.
Like that was the thing. When you put your foot back in a pair of something with like good boost, like an NMD or a pure boost, anything like that, ultra boost, it's like, no, Boost didn't die.
Yeah.
At all. At all. And I didn't even know, this is what I always call like the 3D glasses one, because it looks like the old red and blue 3D glasses. I never knew what it was called. It was just the original colorway, but core black and lush red.
Yeah. Hey, man, a time technically December of 2015,
Mm-hmm.
but really a 2016 shoe. So, we had to harken back. And then I thought, hey, cozy boys,
Mm-hmm.
diplomatic immunity, man.
Yeah.
So we're going to stun on the other side while trying to bring peace, because if we can, we want to do that. We want to give an opportunity for peaceful resolution.
Okay.
But we got the black Air Force Ones in case they didn't go with the peaceful resolution.
In case you got to get wet with it.
Yeah.
This is one of my, it's not even mine. It's probably one of the best shoes in the last 10 years, or technically, yeah, we're right at the 10-year line. Let's call it one of the best shoes of the 2010s for sure.
Yeah.
For me, like one of the most iconic ones. It had a huge run, the NMD, and then this is the one that
Huge.
started it all.
Yep.
I miss those times.
Yeah. Great time, man. A great era.
Just Adidas was doing good things, and it's just good time. Good time.
I actually thought about doing an Ultra Boost pair,
Okay.
but I was just like, nah, man, that NMD just captures that run, that era much more, in my opinion.
For sure. I got one for you right here. This is tested and true in the battlefield. Let me shoot it over there. This is
Yeah.
as seen on Zelensky's feet, and if it's good enough
Come on,
for
man.
Zelensky, it's got to be good enough for Himsky. You know what I'm saying? This is the Jown New Balance 990 V3. I guess, how do you say that? MIUSA? Let's call it the
don't know.
MIUSA, the Jown brown black. That's purely it. It was on Zelensky's feet, and I said, if he can wear it, why not? It should be proven in the war zone.
Look, Jown does their thing. It looks like a great shoe. The color palette's good, and it's really kind of color appropriate for a lot of different settings that you might find yourself in. So, yeah, this is a good choice, man. I didn't know Zelensky wore 'em, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, watch. Let me get this pulled up here.
Hey, he said, man, I'm on that New Balance wave. There he is.
He's on
All
that.
right,
Man.
look, and he's stunting too, man. He
Yeah.
knew it was a photo op.
So people were trying to figure out like how did he end up with this shoe particularly, and like they were saying that he was spending money on this luxury item, blah 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 blah, and it's really not like luxury item. Like what are average Jowns cost New Balance? A couple $100.
Yeah.
But apparently he has a stylist, and the stylist
okay.
like put him on. So if this is what your stylist is telling you to wear, I guess you're in good hands.
I mean, it makes sense that a president would have a stylist.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not all presidents have a stylist,
Yeah.
but, you know, it would make sense to have one for sure.
Hmm.
Hey, the Jown, man. He's on the wave, bro.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Let me get this.
I wonder what Putin got on his feet, though.
The hot lemon pepper steppers, I guess. I don't know. The black bowling shoes. So definitely some wingtips or something.
Yeah.
You think? Well, let's look it up. Hold on.
I'm sure I don't know what his shoe game is, but I do know this. Ain't nobody going to talk crazy about it. Not at least to him, in front of him, from his country for sure.
Oh, they saying he got some hidden heels. Hold on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Uber X the hidden heels.
Hey.
Let's see right here.
Okay.
So yeah, he got some of them things on. I don't know. They saying he's got the hidden heels. I don't know.
To make him taller?
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess so.
I wonder how tall Putin is, man.
We could find that out too.
I mean, is he a short king that he needs heels to respectfully? Of course.
He's 5'7". So
wow,
say
he is short.
I would say he's in the short king.
Wow.
In the short king category.
Hey, man. Then that would lend to having hidden heels.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Let's see what else you got here. I want to know where are you going with this one right here.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay.
I need to know.
Well, look, this is my favorite shoe of all time. This is the most modern, up-to-date version of the shoe. The reason why I chose this was while we're in the midst of battle, and let's say we have a break in between, you know, advancing our mission and we're back at camp.
Mm-hmm.
Why not have a little slice of home, man? To center you, to bring you back, to let you know, hey, this is what I'm fighting for. Let me get something that's familiar, that's comfortable. So that's where I was going with this. I was like, hey, when you take the NMDs off because you was talking to them, when you take the black Air Force Ones off because you was talking to them, you can put these on and be like, it's a little piece of home.
There's no place like home.
Yep.
For the people that haven't tuned in along the way, what is it? Why is this shoe important to you?
This was actually the first silhouette that was ever purchased for me. So, August 14th, 1990, I believe. My mom brought me to the Acadiana Mall on my birthday, got me a pair, and I've had it almost every single release that's ever come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have the 2014 pair here. I have the 2024 pair as well. Dude, they killed it with the 2024 pair. Like the leather's good, the shape is good.
Yeah.
If you want to get nitpicky from a like OG perspective, the lava on the side panels aren't exactly true to the OG stuff, but it doesn't matter. It's still great.
Originally, what is it? A tennis shoe? Like legitimate a tennis shoe?
Like true to the core tennis shoe.
Yeah, and they probably play tennis, somewhere on the bases and stuff like that.
If you get even Andre Agassi, this is an Andre Agassi shoe. He is actually the ambassador of pickleball.
Really?
So if we don't have a tennis court because of, maybe not having the space, we can possibly have a pickleball court.
Hey.
And then you're still staying true to the mission, man.
And we've seen him already in the Middle East.
Agassi?
Yeah, he played
for sure.
on the Burj Khalifa. On the helipad?
Yeah, with him and Pete Sampras.
I didn't know who the other one was, but I knew that he did that. Oh, look,
they were like arch rivals.
Oh, okay.
Although, I hate to even admit this, Sampras was the more dominant player.
Okay.
So whenever you look at their head-to-head records, It's not even like debatable,
Yeah.
but I always favored Andre Agassi.
I didn't know you were into tennis like that.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit.
Is it like the shoes that brought you into it, or was it just like I don't know, like how'd you end up on tennis?
A combination of a couple things. The shoes,
Uh-huh.
but then a childhood friend that I grew up with actually like consistently played tennis.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he may not be anymore, but in his adulthood, he actually became a tennis instructor.
Oh wow.
So, Isaac, if you're listening, I still have PTSD from whenever we were kids and
Yeah.
he would beat me on the court. But that's kind of what got me into it. And what's interesting is Andre Agassi was my favorite player.
Okay.
Michael Chang was his favorite player
Mm.
at the time. And Michael Chang actually was a Bach boy
Oh.
and had his own Reebok pump. And the whole slogan was like basically like pump in, air out type of deal. And he was actually beefing on the Agassiz in the commercial.
Wow.
They had the Agassiz in the commercial.
That's
So
hard.
it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see your tennis swing. Like, what's it look like?
Oh man, I'm right-handed, so I'm from here. I'm kind of, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah,
but you still
yeah.
got to find a way,
Yeah.
you know?
You never know.
You could go backhand, but
Well, you did a sports shoe. Let me throw my sports shoe up there.
let's see.
All right, here's where I'm going with this. So-
That's funny, man.
So you're into tennis.
oh, the golf joint too.
yeah, I'm into the golf stuff. So
All right.
of course, like you said, I had to go to the camo, and I had to figure out, all right, I need a Jordan 1 on here. I need a shoe that's going to stand up to the test of time, because we've got Jordan 1. It's probably like the oldest surviving shoe from the 80s that we still see regularly, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, there's a few, but this is like
the one
the
that
pinnacle.
right, but it
Yeah.
also, like, we see many more examples of them. The soles don't crumple. It doesn't come unstitched too much. It's not unglued, and that's the thing where I went with this shoe. There's multiple reasons, but let me start there. This shoe is entirely what they call it's like Strobel stitched, and then on top of that, it's Goodyear welted. So it's basically made like a boot, right? They stitched that sole on there instead of gluing it, instead of doing something like a vulcanization, which they do at Vans. So it's gonna last you.
Yeah.
On top of that, all Nike's golf shoes are waterproof.
Ah, yeah,
So
yeah,
you see
yeah.
them, if you're doing the wet work, you never
For
know.
sure.
And then on top of that, obviously we got the camo, but more importantly, the golf shoes have a little spikes, little nubbins in the bottom. So if you're running in the field, you need a little extra grip. Golf shoes got you at the bottom,
Yeah.
extra traction.
Makes sense, man.
Yeah. And
I think it's a great pick.
who knows? Like, my boys in the Air Force, they say that they got a lot of golf courses on the bases. Why not have something I could do both in?
So, man, what you like? What kind of score you think you're going to get on that round, man?
Where am I playing?
Let's call
Like, am I
it
in
like
Qatar? Like, and things is happening? They're launching things at me? If there's a
bro,
9-hole course,
the pressure's on, man. The heat is on.
the pressure is on. I'm gonna be honest. If things are flying in, and like we've got the C-RAM, like shooting missiles out the sky, I'm shooting a 50 for sure. So par 71.
Yeah.
So 50 on a 9. If you shoot another 50, you're shooting 100. That's about like the average golfer. On my good rounds, I'm shooting like a 40. Let's call it a 44, because like my great rounds are mid 80s, so that'd put me at 80, 88, whatever. Let's call it a 50. I feel like I could confidently shoot a 50
Okay.
here. So
I
Yeah.
believe it, man.
yeah,
Let's
that's where
see.
I'm going with that.
Let's not. The next choice I'm trying to think of. Let's go with my camo shoe.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's bring
I
out
think
your
it's
camo.
interesting that we both had Air Force Ones and we both have camo shoes. That's funny. I had thought about going Gore-Tex and all that stuff from
Yeah.
a
and
utilitarian point. Here we go, dude. This is my camo joint.
yeah,
Yeah, because look, man, I don't know what kind of setting I'm going to be in. I don't
Mhm.
know if I need to be camouflage or not. Air Max 95s, bro.
okay.
A classic silhouette. They're hot right now.
Yeah.
So I got to put them things on.
And is it Japan only colorway? What is it?
So they had a country camo pack.
Yeah. Okay.
So they had a UK one. This is the Japan one. They actually had Air Max 1 and an Air Max 90 patch edition
Mm,
where you could put different patches all over the shoes and stuff or at certain points of the shoe.
okay, for sure.
I chose the 95 just because, it's that time, man.
Yeah.
And I think it's fire. And then the upper, it's like a synthetic material.
Oh,
So it's not like
get some zoom ins on there.
it's not necessarily waterproof, but can you see how it's like
Yeah.
the water would just not saturate the bottom panel?
It's not suede. It's not.
Yeah. So there's some practical use for it.
I
But
really like actually how they did they brought the camo into the like heel collar.
yeah,
That's pretty sweet,
Yeah.
man.
it's a good shoe.
I like that a lot. Okay. Yeah, because you might end up in Japan too.
Dude,
World War III. We don't know where it's gonna happen. I like that a lot. Let me
It's a
try
good
and get this down here real quick. Can we have it? We're gonna get this figured out one day. So you come here often or
periodically.
yeah. from
Mostly
time to
daily.
time?
Yeah.
Let me get all right. We're on a theme right now. So let me throw this one up here. And this is kind of on brand for me today. I got the Doc Martens a 1460 with the zip on the side.
Let's go.
The Bape collab, the
Yes,
bathing
sir.
ape, because I feel like you got to have a boot.
Yeah.
And I guess technically I already have one, but this is a decent leather shoe. Big Bape, maybe we in Japan again.
Big babe. Let's go.
Big star on the side. And
Ape shall not kill ape, bro.
right. And
So you might go there on some diplomacy
right.
with these on.
This could be my diplomatic shoe right
This
here.
is your
possibly.
diplomatic shoe.
Possibly so.
Yeah.
And
man.
so like I said, it's got the zip on the inside, so you don't have to lace it up all the way.
Nice.
But if you want to lace it up for the extra, you can. And it can be comfort in, comfort out. Doc Martens actually have all air in the sole baked into the
Yep.
sole, just like a lot of Nike shoes do. So, I'm thinking comfort as well. And it's a little heat too, a little bake
Yeah,
for them,
yeah.
a little collab. I like this.
I love the fact that we're still mindful
Yeah.
to be stylish
Yeah.
in World War III.
Of course.
Dude, Doc Martens are evergreen.
Yeah.
They're always good. And then you cannot go wrong with traditional Bape camo, man.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is a great pick. I
like-
like that a lot.
Now let's see if I can get this done again.
We'll figure it out.
That's what the afters is
I do
for.
appreciate the photoshopping you did.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
The panels look great.
Yeah. I had to make it look good. That's the bricks from the last store too.
Yes, sir.
What do
Oh,
we
yeah.
I guess that brings it down to
This is it, man.
This is it.
This is for all the marbles.
Okay. Now, I need to know what in the world are you
Fire.
thinking? How I had to look this shoe, or I had to text you about because you sent me the pictures. I was like, "What is this shoe?"
Yeah.
So tell them what it is.
Man, this is the it's actually the 1020V.
Oh,
But
I got the wrong info online.
this is or maybe it's the 1050, maybe I'm wrong. But this is the shoe that Kanye wore to the first listening party in Atlanta for the Donda 2 rollout.
Okay,
And that's whenever he did the whole Akira theme,
right.
and he had the bubble jacket and all that stuff.
Now it's more red, right? It looks kind of orange in this picture.
No, this shoe is basically orange.
Okay.
Yeah. But what was cool is this was supposed to release and a lot of people were super hype about it. Then they had the legendary falling out that they had, so it never came out. And there's pairs that are out in the wild, but dude, it's $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to get them.
Yeah.
So it's really uncommon. Very few people have it. And the reason why I chose this was whenever we win absolute victory,
Okay.
I'm going to wear this as the celebratory boot
Okay.
in the full Akira bubble jacket and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to be on one. We're going to celebrate.
This is a wild pick, and you want to be visible too.
Yeah, no,
So high
you're going to
vis.
see the victory.
Oh,
I'm letting
yeah.
you see the victory.
This is insane. Would you buy this shoe?
If it was affordable and not $3,000, yes.
Oh, wow.
I really, really, really wanted this shoe
Yeah.
and was definitely looking forward to it. And then once Adidas and Ye fell out, I was like, we're never going to get this.
Okay.
Yeah. So I actually was definitely anticipating this. And what I was hoping is usually what Adidas and Kanye would do
Yeah.
is they would give us an all black version of almost everything.
Okay.
So could you imagine that in all black?
That'd be hard.
Awesome. Yeah. But that would, I have to go with the Akira version for the victory parade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the victory parade. Well, you went with Yeezy. So I think I've got to go with Yeezy as well.
Yeah.
This is my last pick. You know, something similar to what the boys out there is wearing, possibly. I'm going with the Yeezy 500, the high tactical boot
Fire.
in sand.
Yes.
You know, kind of similar to the other Air Force I had put, but I couldn't make the pick between the two. And I'm going with something that I can get some good traction on, that looks right. Like if I'm actually stationed, I feel like I could get these off and somebody wouldn't tell me anything.
Yeah.
They would look down and be like, oh, he got that thing on. This is a just comfy shoe.
Fire.
Cool shoe. It's got the straps. It's got everything I need. And I think I can get it done.
Man, the 500 in the low version and the high version,
Yeah.
it's just good. And the fact that they were able to translate it into an actual tactical boot is super cool. And they have a few different good colorways. There was an opportunity to choose like multiple Yeezy boots,
Oh, yeah.
to be honest.
Way too
but-
many. I even thought about the pods. You know,
Oh,
you wearing
yeah,
them like
yeah.
in
Dude,
the
like a ninja, bro.
See, I didn't even think about that. I was
Bruh.
thinking like I'm in the bunks, you know.
Yeah.
I'm getting like out the shower, put those on, getting comfy, sleeping in them in case you got to go in the night or something like that. But yeah, the ninja.
The ninja
Let's
stuff,
see.
man, that would have been hard for sure. That's a good pick, man. I think number one, look, we have some practicality.
Mhm.
We got a lot of style.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we never have to use any of this stuff.
Hopefully we don't.
Hopefully, there isn't a World War III. But if there were, I think these are good options.
Yeah. And then look, one more bonus pick I got for us.
Okay.
You know, just in case it comes home, it comes regional. I bought out.
Yes, sir.
I bought out these because, you know, if it happens here in Louisiana, what them boys is wearing in the boats,
Oh, man.
hunting alligators,
Ready.
everything, they do everything in the Crocs.
Yeah.
Everybody does everything in the camo Crocs. Why not have the Pollex Real Tree camo collab? You know, you could put it in sport mode if you need to get it done.
It got to be in sport mode.
You could
In
take
World War III.
Of course. You could be in there in the locker rooms, be out. You can get it done, man.
That's
You
a
know,
good pick, man.
This is just a little bonus pick.
That's fire. Hey, for the theme, I had to wear some camo, man. Some camo pants.
Yeah. Yeah. You put that on to I wore a camo hat.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, like you said, hopefully we don't get up there, but if we do, we got some picks. I actually have another one. I'm not even. This one's not important.
I think I saw it. I
Yeah.
think I synced it.
This one's not important. I ended up not going with this one. I went with
Oh,
a
the
golf
airship?
instead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
bad, though.
because it was a cheap one, mostly.
Hey, man.
It was my
Look,
first camo pick I had got in there, but yeah, nothing too noticeable.
Look, God forbid World War III happens to begin with, but God forbid that it lasts a long time.
Yeah.
Because maybe in the beginning, you're wearing the Jordan 1 Golfs because, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's the beginning of the war. We haven't gone through all of our money. But as the war goes on, if it did,
mm-hmm.
maybe the airship is a good secondary option down the line because it's more cost effective.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, I was going to ask what's the most expensive shoe on your list, but it's definitely easy, right?
1,000%.
And you got to wear the most expensive one.
For that victory.
Yeah, for sure.
The Yeezy is like multiples more expensive than all the other shoes combined.
Probably all the other shoes on the whole entire list.
Yeah.
Because
Seriously.
I think all of mine were like around 150, 200 bucks max. So
Yeah.
maybe the Yeezys might have, I don't know what those tactical boots were going for. I don't remember, but that's something.
They have a guy on Twitter, and I believe he's on IG as well. I think his name is Paris Saint. And what he specializes in is he sells mostly exclusive rare Kanye stuff.
Okay.
So like, for instance, he had a couple different pairs of the boots.
Uh-huh.
He had a pair of a sample hoodie of whenever uh the album was this was the Life of Pablo era, when it was supposed to be called So Help Me God, I
Mm.
believe, and it had all the M's made out in a circle.
Okay.
um and dude, it's crazy that he even had that. But he's had like really really cool stuff from all the different eras, all the different tours. Some of that stuff's expensive, man, but I mean, hey, supply and demand.
Yeah, for
But
sure. If they wouldn't have changed up the colorways, maybe we could have did a military blue or something like that. But those don't exist anymore.
yeah,
Whatever they're called now,
industrial blue.
industrial blue.
But this is the science, man. This is the conspiracy.
Mm.
It was military blue back in the day, but then it became in military industrial complex.
Oh,
So the industrial blue makes more sense now. You see what I'm saying? Now we cooking.
Yeah, for sure. But I think that's it. It's a
Yeah.
short and sweet one today.
Yes, sir.
You know, mental health month still, right?
It is.
It's a little Pride Month too.
Yeah.
I'll give you all a shout out.
Hey, look, it's kind of crazy that a potential global war could happen during Men's Mental Health Month. The irony, man.
Hey, all I got to say is pray. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, be safe. Hopefully everything pans out. An apparent ceasefire that was kind of reneged a little bit, but
Yeah.
hopefully it all is ironed out.
I hope so too, because look, I'm tired of spending the money, our taxes on that.
Yeah,
I'm tired
that's
of
ridiculous.
stressing, and yeah, I don't know. Thank you for tuning in.
For sure.
Leave a like, leave a comment.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
And that's it.
We're out. All right.